So the 2024 Grammy nominations are here, and I thought it'd be fun to go through all the categories, see what's happening, see what's nominated, and see how we feel about it. Grammys are always interesting. They are notoriously like the most bought awards, like the most industry politics type, like popularity contest type of awards, and music in general is just such like a big category. Like everyone listens to so much stuff. There's so much stuff out there. It's hard to pick a definitive best, but the Grammys try regardless. And sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. You should never put too much stock in the Grammys, but I'm gonna go through all the categories, and unlike all these other YouTube channels out here, I'm not just sticking with the popular stuff. I'm gonna go through every single category. We're about to see what the best classical record is, what the best Latin record or whatever. Like, I'm doing it because, no lie, my favorite Grammy category is package design. When we get to package design, you'll realize you've been sleeping on these package designers. But we'll start up at the top here with Record of the Year. I'm looking at all this for the first time. We got Now and Then by the Beatles, Texas Hold'em, Beyonce, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, 360, Charlie XCX, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Good Luck Babe, Chappell Roan, and Fortnite, Taylor Swift and Post Malone. And instantly, I think it would be kind of lame if it went to the Beatles. Like, we get they're the most influential band of all time, but they've been over for a while. Texas Hold'em, great song. Sabrina Carpenter, not my cup of tea, but it is like undeniable as a pop song. 360 by Charlie. I love that we're getting some Charlie on here. I hope we see more of it. Birds of a Feather, great song. I obviously am pulling for Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. It was, I think, the biggest cultural moment out of any of these, but also just how big of a flex it would be for a diss track to win Record of the Year. A song calling Drake a PDF file gave Record of the Year. Chappell Roan, it's great that she's here. She's not my cup of tea, but I like her vibe, and not a big fan of that Taylor Swift album. I do kind of like the song Fortnite. So all of these I feel like deserve to be here. Definitely pulling Not Like Us. Album of the Year, New Blue Sun, Andre 3000. That's crazy. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Brat, Charlie XCX. Oh no, the Jacob Collier album, that made it? Wow, that's insane. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the Chappell Roan album, and Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift, which I guess Chappell Roan's album did come out within the confines of, like, because not every single 2024 album is going to be in here, because there's like a cutoff, so it's like the end of 2023 to now. So it's cool that Chappell does fall in that, and she's getting her flowers for the year she's having. I am pulling Brat here. I feel like Brat is such a cultural moment, and it does so much that a pop album and a club album could rarely do, while at the same time like being really true to being a pop and a dance record. I mean, my love for Brat is definitely well documented on here. Cowboy Carter, I would not be mad at that. Beyonce hasn't won Album of the Year, and we get reminded of that a lot because Jay-Z is pissed about that. So I wouldn't be mad at a Cowboy Carter win either. It's insane that Andre 3000's Flute album made it here, and I do like that it's here. It's a relaxing album, and it makes me feel like I'm ascending. Some flautists might have problems with it because he's not like an expert flaut. I don't know. Like, he doesn't. I don't know. From what I've heard, he's not like a top level flute player or anything, but he succeeds at getting a good feeling across, which is all that music really is. I can't believe the Jacob Collier album is on here. It's the definition of style over substance. It's a bunch of musical flexing with no emotion behind it, at least to me. Like, I could see the attempt and respect that at least. Yeah, Song of the Year. A Bar Song, Tipsy, Shabuzi, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Fortnite, Taylor Swift, Post Malone, Good Luck Babe, Not Like Us Again, Please Please Please, Texas Hold'em. So if I understand it right, the Song of the Year, that's awarded to the songwriters, whereas Record of the Year goes to the producers and the engineers and everything. So, okay, now that I know that, I think I would pull for Not Like Us for Song of the Year, because the writing is the standout portion of that. And then if we go back up here to Record of the Year, I would go Charlie or Billy, just because there's a little more interesting production behind there. I wouldn't even be mad at Chapel Roan. Chapel Roan isn't my thing, but I could respect the artistry. Song of the Year, pretty good. I'm impressed that Shabuzi got in there. I listened to Shabuzi for a long time before that song, so I'm really excited to see what he's doing. Best New Artist, Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii is on here. That's awesome. I don't know how to say that. Ray, Chapel Roan, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims. Man, again, I've been following Shabuzi for a long time. I would love to see him get it. Doechii is such a cool pick, but I think it's obviously going to go to Chapel Roan. It's almost moot to even think about something else. Producer of the Year, non-classical, Alyssa. She did all these albums, a BJ the Chicago Kids song. I don't think I've heard any of these. Oh, Jamila Wood's on here though. Like I know these artists, they're cool people. D Mile, Lucky Day, that Lady Gaga song, Usher, Ian Futnick, we got a Beyonce song, we got a Still Woozy song on here, Leon Bridges, Mustard got Producer of the Year. Not Like Us, he had his own album, that song with Travis Scott. Daniel, oh man, I'm gonna have to cut that. I tried to say that name and I almost gave myself blackmail material. Holy shit. Daniel, he did that Hunger Games song. He did the Chapel Roan album. He did Olivia Rodrigo. Okay, I could already tell Daniel's gonna win it. Mustard being on here is cool, but I do think that the Kendrick Lamar song is the main standout. This Beyonce Casey Musgraves guy, Ian over here, he is a contender definitely, but I think it definitely goes to Daniel, because I mean Olivia Rodrigo is such a heavy hitter, and then the Chapel Roan, like he did like create a very unique sound with her that took everything by storm that I don't think people were expecting. So he's probably gonna get it. And Songwriter of the Year, non-classical, we got Jesse Alexander. She did Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Mega Barodi. We got a country guy here. Okay. Amy Allen, Leon Bridges, Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae, Justin Timberlake. So just everyone popular. Edgar Barrera. Looks like Spanish stuff. Carol G, Becky G, Peso Pluma, Jesse, Joe Dillon, Megan Maroney, Post Malone, Keith Urban. This is another country person. And then Ray, Rita Ora, Jennifer Lopez. Right off the bat, Ray might have it just because there's also a solo project that is pretty popular. Also Beyonce song in there. But low-key, out of all of these, Jesse Alexander kind of has my vote, just because some of the Luke Combs stuff. Like obviously there are other songwriters I would rather see on here, but the Megan Maroney Luke Combs combination to me out of this field, it feels like some of the best writing. Also the Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, that Jesse should win for that alone. I got that right there. I got it on vinyl. I love that song so much. I love that whole soundtrack. All right, we're entering the pop dance electronic. I'm expecting a lot of Charlie in here. Best pop solo performance, Bodyguard Beyonce, Espresso Sabrina Carpenter, Apple Charlie XCX, Birds of a Feather Billie Eilish, Good Luck Babe Chapel Rome. Charlie. I want Charlie. I really like this Billie song. I would like to see the Billie song get something, but I'm definitely pulling for Charlie wherever I can. Best pop duo group performance, Us, Gracie Abrams featuring Taylor Swift. Boo. Beyonce featuring Post Malone, Levi Jeans. Guess Charlie XCX, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, This Boy Is Mine. Dive with a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Okay, definitely Charlie here. I would love to see Charlie and Billie together get a thing. That's who I'm pulling for. Best pop vocal album, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande, Chapel Roan, Rise and Fall of a Midwestern Princess, and The Torture Poet Society, Taylor Swift. Boo. Out of all these, the Billie Eilish album. I like the Billie Eilish album a lot. Again, I think Chapel Roan will get it, and again, I wouldn't be mad at that, but Billie Eilish, pulling for that. Best dance electronic recording, She's Gone Dance On, Disclosure, Loved, Fortet, Leave Me Alone, Fred Again, Baby Keem, Never Render, Justice and Tame Impala, Witchy, Kaytranada featuring Childish Gambino. Definitely pulling for this Fred Again song. Fred Again's such a unique producer. I know he's not necessarily like an EDM, like EDM heads, like kind of would pull for someone else, but he has an interesting take on electronic music that I like, so I would like to see him get something. Best dance pop recording, Make You Mine, Madison Beer, Von Dutch, Charlie XCX, That Song by Billie Eilish, Yes Say It, Ariana, Got Me Started, Troye Sivan. Oh man, it's definitely the Charlie. I'm too biased on that, but dude, Von Dutch especially just has such great production and mixing. Best dance electronic album, Brat, It's Brat, It's Brat. We don't even have to read I like Kaytranada a lot. I won't snub anyone over here. We got 3 by Fortet, Hyperdrama by Justice, Timeless by Kaytranada, Telos by Zed, but nah, it's Brat. It's Brat. Best remix recording, Alter Ego, the Kaytranada remix. It's Doechii featuring JT. Bar song Tipsy remix by David Guetta. I did not know that existed, and I don't want to hear that. Espresso, the Mark Ronson, FNZ, Workin' Late remix, Von Dutch, AG Cook remix, and Joss Sees Them. Man, I'm definitely pulling for the Von Dutch remix. It'd be cool for not just Charlie, but for AG Cook explicitly to have a Grammy. I mean, he might already have one, but to get one this year and for this project, because that whole remix album is such a feat in and of itself. And I know since it's attached to the main album is going to get all the praise, but I would love some representation for the remix album. But also, dude, I love Kaytranada. I love Doechii. I would pull for them too. Best rock performance. The rock categories are always interesting because people always complain that they aren't actually rock. But we got Now and Then by the Beatles, Beautiful People Stay High, Black Keys, The American Dream Is Killing Me, Green Day, Gift Horse, Idols, Dark Matter, Pearl Jam, and Broken Man, St. Vincent. It's probably going to the Beatles because, they're the Beatles and they're going to give them everything. I love that Idols and St. Vincent are here. I think out of everything here, Idols is the most exciting. St. Vincent would be great too, but they're up against some industry heavy hitters and the fucking Beatles, so I don't know if they have a chance. Best metal performance, Mea Culpa. I'm reading a lot of these for the first time. I'm just reacting. I don't know how to say any of this shit. Crown of Horns, Judas Priest, Suffocate, Knocked Loose, featuring Poppy. That's cool. Screaming Suicide, Metallica, Cellar Door, Spirit Box. Of course, Metallica is who they are. I feel like they just kind of get everything they'd be nominated for, but I would love the Knocked Loose album. I'm not much of a metalhead, but the Knocked Loose goes really hard, and I love Poppy in the mix too, so I'm pulling for that. Best rock song: Beautiful People, Stay High, Black Keys, Broken Man, St. Vincent, Dark Matter, Pearl Jam, Dilemma, Green Day, Gift Horse, Idols. Again, okay, we got St. Vincent and Idols in here, so my opinion on them still stands. I would love for one of them to get it. Best rock album: Happiness, Bastards, The Black Crowes, Romance, Fontaines DC, Saviors, Green Day, Tenga, Idols, Dark Matter, Pearl Jam, Hackney Diamonds, Rolling Stones, No Name, Jack White. Again, pulling for Idols. I haven't heard the Jack White album yet, and a lot of people love the Jack White album, so that could be a cool win too, but I haven't listened to it yet. Best alternative music performance: Neon Pill, Cage the Elephant, Song of the Lake, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Starbuster, Fontaines DC, Bye Bye, Kim Gordon and Flea, St. Vincent. Nick Cave's and the Bad Seeds are getting my pick here. I love how unique they sound. Alternative music album: Wild God, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Claro, Charm, okay, Kim Gordon, The Collective, Brittany Howard, What Now, St. Vincent, Allborn, Screaming. Man, okay, I've said I love Nick Cave, I said I love St. Vincent. Charm, Claro, I don't really know what alternative music is. It's such like a wide range of things, but out of everything here, the Claro album is my favorite. I haven't seen any other Claro on this list. Maybe it'll come later on, but I'd pull for Claro. R&B, rap, and spoken word poetry. This is this category. So, best R&B performance: Guidance, Janae Aiko, Residuals, Chris Brown, Here We Go, Uh-Oh, Coco Jones, Made for Me live on BET by Money Long, and Saturn by SZA. I hope to God Chris Brown doesn't win this shit. He doesn't need anything else. Fuck that guy. But yeah, SZA, I mean, she'll probably get it, and she probably deserves it. Best traditional R&B performance: we got Wet by Marsha. I don't know how to say that, but Wet is a title I expect from a good R&B song. I feel like an R&B song called Wet has to be good. Can I Have This Groove? Keon Dixon, No Lie, Lala Hathaway featuring Michael McDonald, Make Me Forget, Money Long, That's You, Lucky Day. Out of all these, I like Lucky Day the most, but there's some individual songs I haven't heard, so maybe they're better than that. Best R&B song: After Hours by Kalani, Burning by Tim's, Here We Go, Uh-Oh by Coco Jones, Ruined Me by Money Long, and Saturn by SZA. And here I might have to pull Kalani. Like, SZA definitely has the industry cred and just undeniable talent, but the Kalani album was really strong, and it might not get as much shine as it deserves. So maybe for that reason, I would pull Kalani. Best progressive R&B album: albums containing greater than 70% playing time of newly recorded progressive vocal tracks derivative of R&B. I don't quite know what that means. There's so many weird Grammy categories, but So Glad to Know You, Avery Sunshine, En Route, Duran Barrar, Brando Stone in the New World gets on here. That's progressive R&B. Okay. Crash by Kalani. Why Lord? No Worries. Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Man, I love those two people. I liked Yes Lord better than Why Lord, but I would pull that album here. How does Anderson .Paak do it? He's like, Yes Lord. I don't know. Best R&B album: 1111 Deluxe by Chris Brown, Vanta Black, Lala Hathaway, Revenge, Money Long, Algorithm, Lucky Day, Coming Home, Usher. Pulling Lucky Day here. Best rap performance: we're getting into the rap stuff now. Enough, Miami by Cardi B, When the Sun Shines by Common and Pete Rock, Nissan Altima by Doechii. Okay, we are going to get some more Doechii on here. Houdini, Eminem, Like That, Future Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Glow by Glorilla. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. This is a solid bunch. This is more solid than I would expect. The Grammys with rap is always 50-50. Like sometimes they kind of nail it and sometimes they're just completely off. The Cardi B song I don't think belongs here. I don't think it made enough of an impact. The Common song too, but it's really cool that Doechii is here, and I think the Eminem and Glorilla songs deserve to be here. They were both big and they're very like technically proficient, catchy and whatnot, but I think you don't escape the Kendrick of it. Not Like Us, I think is definitely going to win. It is just the biggest cultural moment that just like rap music in general has had in like a decade. But I would not be mad to see it go to Like That either. I hope that Kendrick Lamar doesn't like swallow everything, because like Future and Metro Boomin, like their moment this year also means a lot too. And I like to see that like recognized somehow. So Like That, it would be cool if that happened too. Best melodic rap performance, we have Kalani by, that guy featuring Kalani. Spaghetti by Beyonce with Linda Martell and Shabuzi. I do kind of like that song. We Still Don't Trust You, Future Metro Boomin and The Weeknd. Big Mama Lotto and 3, Rhapsody and Erykah Badu. Right off the bat, really cool that the Rhapsody song is here. That's someone that definitely deserves more flowers than they usually get. But I am gonna pull We Still Don't Trust You just to get that Future Metro Boomin. And also I like the Drake disses winning awards. That makes everything so much funnier. So we'll pull for that. Best rap song, Asteroids, Rhapsody featuring Hit Boy, another one of those. Carnival, we got the Kanye, Ty Dolla $ign, Rich the Kid, Playboy Cardi. That's funny that's there. That was a huge song. It was a huge song. Like That, Kendrick Lamar, Future Metro Boomin. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Glow. It's best rap song has to go to Not Like Us. It's yeah. Same as before. Like That would be cool too. Best rap album. Might delete Later's on here. No, that's not the best rap album. That's not the best. It's tragically undersold, notoriously undersold because people hated it, and he took us. Oh man, that's not. Oh man, I'm fearing for the rest of this list, but The Auditorium won, Common and Pete Rock. Alligator Bites Never Healed, Doechii, that's fucking cool. Death of Slim Shady, Eminem. We all expected that would be there. We Don't Trust You, Future and Metro Boomin. I feel like it should be We Don't Trust You. It should be We Don't Trust You. Future and Metro Boomin both deserve that, just for their respective careers, but also specifically the moment they created this year. This album kicked off the big beef, but even apart from that, it's just full of some of Future's best, most catchiest work. Yeah, it's got to be that, but also it would be really cool if Doechii won too. I feel like Eminem, like he kind of does belong here, but it's not my cup of tea. The other two, really, there were better rap albums this year. I can picture rap Twitter is probably in a frenzy right now over these, but I mean 3 out of the 5 belonging here isn't too bad. But I cannot believe the J. Cole album. It's not even like, it doesn't feel like a full album. It was so short. Oh, that's crazy. That's that's not right. Best spoken word poetry. Okay. Civil Rights, spelled like that. The South Got Something to Say. Concrete Whiskey with a weird capitalization, part 2, a Bourbon 30 series. Good Music Universe Sonic Cinema episode. These titles are crazy. I don't know what these spoken word people are on. The Heart, Mind, and Soul, 7 number ones. I haven't heard any of this. Going off the title alone, I like The South Got Something to Say, harkening back to Outkast. I am from the South, so you know what? I'm gonna give it to that. Let's. I might have to listen to some of this. I'm really curious what some of this is. Jazz, best jazz performance. Walk With Me, Lord, The Baylor Project. Phoenix Reimagined Live. Juno, Twinkle Twinkle Little Me. What? And Little Fears. Twinkle Twinkle Little Me, it reminds me of that song Twinkle Twinkle Little Bitch. I know I shouldn't judge the song I haven't heard based on that title, but that's crazy. Okay, I'm not gonna have a lot of opinions on some of these, but I want to read them all in the spirit of being completionist. I just want you to know I am your first stop for all the Grammy news out there, because you know I'm gonna give you everything. Jazz vocal album Journey in Black, Wildflowers Volume 1, A Joyful Holiday, Milton plus Esperanza, and My Ideal. Best Jazz Instrumental Album, Owl Song, Beyond This Place, Phoenix Reimagined Live, Remembrance, and Solo Game. Best Large Jazz Ensemble Album, Returning to Forever, and So It Goes, Walk a Mile in My Shoe, Bianca Reimagined Music for Pause and Persistence, and Golden City. I'm curious. Okay, first of all, what Music for Pause and Persistence is? Is this like an animal charity, or is it like a conceptual jazz ensemble album about animals that like places you in the mind of endangered animals as they journey through life trying to unendanger themselves? If that's not what it is, I'm gonna take that idea and make it myself. And then Walk a Mile in My Shoe is interesting because it's not shoes. It implies that the person we need to empathize with only has one shoe. And that opens up a lot of questions, like why does he only have one shoe? And when you're walking a mile in his shoe, do you also have to go barefoot in one shoe, or do you have like one of your own shoes still on? So it's like, maybe it's a statement of like you're only half empathizing with someone because you're walking a mile in one of their shoes, but you still got one of your own shoes on the other foot. A lot of questions to be answered in this large jazz ensemble album. Best Latin Jazz Album, Spain Forever Again, Cubop Lives, Collab, Time and Time Again, El Trio Live in Italy, Cuba and Beyond, and As I Travel. I don't know what Cubop is, but I'm glad that it's alive. I'm pulling for that. Best Alternative Jazz Album, Night Rain, New Blue Sun, the Andre 3000 album, Code Derivation, Robert Glasper, Foreverland, No More Water, the Gospel of James Baldwin. So here I do recognize two names. I know Andre 3000 and I know Robert Glasper. And using deductive reasoning, as the Grammys will give this stuff away sometimes, since Andre 3000 is nominated for Album of the Year, that means it is going to win this category. So it's interesting, they've already made the statement that the Andre 3000 is the best alternative jazz album. And I didn't really think jazz when I heard that album, but maybe technically it is. I mean, you usually think of jazz as like saxophones and piano and everything, but flute is a jazz instrument, and that album is mostly improvised. So I guess it fits. I wonder if like jazz heads agree with that categorization, but yeah, that's interesting. Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album, A Fleur de Pierre, Visions, Good Together, Impossible Dream, Christmas Wish. We got a Christmas album on here. Cool. I recognize Norah Jones and no one else. Best Contemporary Instrumental Album, Plot Armor, Rhapsody in Blue, Orchestras Live, Mark, Speak to Me. Cool. Best Musical Theater Album. Let's see if I know any of these. Hell's Kitchen, Merrily We Roll Along, The Notebook. I didn't know they made a Notebook musical. And not only that, but Ingrid Michaelson is part of this team. The Outsiders, I did hear about that musical. Suffs and The Wiz. I haven't heard any of these. In fact, I've only heard of The Outsiders play. which that one does intrigue me the most. The Notebook could go either way. I'm not like super into theater, but I was a theater minor in college, and I don't typically like when they adapt movies into musicals, but The Wiz. I feel like without having seen any of this, I'm the most interested in The Outsiders, but The Wiz, I feel like, is probably a banger of a cast album. So that's what I'm assuming is the best, but I could be wrong. We got the country stuff. So this is going to be interesting because of Beyonce and Post Malone both entering the space. We'll see if they clean up these categories, and it'll be interesting to see how country music responds to this. Best Country Solo Performance, 16 Carriages, Beyonce, I Am Not Okay, Jelly Roll, The Architect, Casey Musgraves, A Bar Song, Tipsy, and It Takes a Woman, Chris Stapleton. I actually think Shaboozey clears here. Just the song was so big, and it was nominated for one of those overall music categories, so that means it's definitely going to get something here. I feel like there were probably better performances. I will say that I do think the best country album of this year was Zach Bryan, and Zach Bryan consciously decided not to submit for the Grammys, which, artists have done this before. They feel uncomfortable with pitting music against each other or whatever, or they just don't want to deal with awards. Frank Ocean has done that famously. So yeah, man, I'm trying to think of other country releases because I listened to a lot of country this past year. My favorite album though was the Wyatt Flores album, and that probably didn't make the cutoff date. So if it were to be nominated, it would be next year. And then I fucking love this Twisters soundtrack, but I don't expect much other than the Oklahoma song. Dude, that's what should have won. Luke Combs should have got a nomination here for the Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, but he didn't. So yeah, Shaboozey will get that. Best Country Duo Group Performance, Cowboys Cry 2. Orville Peck. He released music, and some of that should be on here, hopefully. Cowboys Cry 2. Most Wanted. I don't know if that's 2 Most Wanted or I don't know. Beyonce and Miley Cyrus, that song. Break Mine, Brothers Osborne. Bigger House, Dan and Shay. I Had Some Help, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen. Dude, since it's a duo, they're probably going to give it to Post Malone, Morgan Wallen. The Grammys are just whatever's most popular will typically win. But last year proved Miley Cyrus still has the industry on her side. And she's there with Beyonce, so that could take it too. I would personally pull for the Kelsey and Noah Khan track, though. Best Country Song. Okay, skimming through it. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma is in here. This is already bullshit. The Architect, Casey Musgraves, A Bar Song, Shaboozey, I'm Not Okay, Jelly Roll, I Had Some Help, Texas Hold'em. I'll give it to Texas Hold'em, I guess. But where's the Luke Combs? Where's the Luke Combs? Okay. Best Country Album, Cowboy Carter, F1 Trillion, Deeper Well, Casey Musgraves, Higher, Chris Stapleton, Whirlwind, Lainey Wilson. So, look, I enjoy Cowboy Carter and F1 Trillion a whole lot. I will say that, without getting too technical, because I know there's going to be a lot of discourse around this category around if Beyonce does win, I feel like lifelong country fans that are really into this genre are going to be angry a little bit. And then if Cowboy Carter loses, then literally everyone else is going to be up in arms. And not quite the same with Post Malone, but to a smaller scale, him too. Just because these are two outsiders that have just decided to enter the country space. And I will say both of them did make country albums through and through. I will say Cowboy Carter, it is definitely a Beyonce album first, and then it's country second, which doesn't mean that it's not country, but the thing with the Post Malone album, he did entirely transform his sound from the ground up. Not just he's making country music, but these are mixed and mastered, and the songwriting is written by country people. But I still like, I think technically Cowboy Carter is the best album here, but like as someone that's listened to country music for a long time, I do wish that some of the people that like make country music as their livelihood for their whole career would maybe get something here, like Chris Stapleton or Lainey Wilson. But yeah, I mean, you know, on the technicality, Cowboy Carter is the best album on here. It's not that deep. I'm just dreading the inevitable discourse that's going to happen around whoever wins that. Best American Roots Performance, Blame It on Eve, Nothing and Rambling, Lighthouse, and Ballad of Sally Ann. I haven't heard any of that, but I'm sure they're good. Best Americana Performance. This is fun because usually you get like proper country music, but it's not pop enough for people to consider country. I have no idea what Americana is supposed to be, really. Dude, right out the bat, Yeah Yeah by Beyonce is it here. Dude, no one actually knows what Americana is. That's my hot take here. No one could actually define Americana. Subtitles. Don't Do Me Good, American Dreaming, Runaway Train, and Empty Trainload of Sky. I love that whole Beyonce album. I can't remember what song that one is. So I guess it's not one of the most memorable ones, but I mean, judging by the quality of that album as a whole, I'm sure it's good, but I would like to see the Sierra Farrell American Dreaming. And I could assume that's Americana because the word America is in there. Best American Roots Song, Ahead of the Game, All in Good Time. Ooh, that's Iron and Wine featuring Fiona Apple. Iron and Wine is a really cool group. All My Friends, American Dreamin' Again, and Blame It on Eve. Dude, I'm definitely pulling that Iron and Wine. I love Iron and Wine just alone, but the addition of Fiona Apple in there, it's a beautiful song. Best Americana Album, The Other Side, T-Bone Burnett, $10 Cowboy, Charlie Crockett, Trail of Flowers, Sierra Farrell, Polaroid Lover, Sarah, I don't know how to say that, No One Gets Out Alive, Maggie Rose, and Tiger's Blood by Waxatide. Man, I've only ever read that name, and I know I'm gonna fuck it up if I say it, but that is a cool artist right there. Tiger's Blood. And then I really like the Charlie Crockett album. And again, this is why that album just feels like country through and through. It feels like traditional country to me. So I don't know why it's here in Americana, but I think that's my favorite out of all of these. Best Bluegrass Album, I Built a World, Songs of Love and Life, No Fear, Live Volume 1, Billy Strings is in here. Okay, Earl Jam, that's a fun title. Dan Tomisky Live from the Ryman. So I don't know any of these other than Billy Strings. Just an aside here, bluegrass is the first genre of music I really fell in love with. When I was 7 years old, you put on a bluegrass album, I was tearing it up, and adults thought that was the funniest shit album, the funniest shit ever. And a few of them like bought me bluegrass records. I have a thing for the banjo. I to this day love the banjo, and I love what Billy Strings is doing with those instruments, so I'm pulling for him there. Best Traditional Blues Album, Hill Country Love, Struck Down, One Roman Guitar, Sam's Place, Swingin' Live at the Church in Tulsa. Haven't heard any of these, but Swingin' Live at the Church in Tulsa is a cool ass title. Best Contemporary Blues Album, Blues Deluxe Volume 2. Blues, the original blues was so good they made a deluxe of it. Blame It on Eve, Friendly Town, Mileage, The Fury. Haven't heard any of those. Best Folk Album, American Patchwork Quartet, Weird Faith, Maddie Diaz, Bright Future, Adrian Lenker. Yeah, let's go. All My Friends, and Woodland. So I haven't heard the others, but I am assuming that this Adrian Lenker album is the best in here, because I think it's just one of the best albums of the year. It was in my like best albums of halfway through the year video I did, but I think it's a shoo-in to win this, because despite it being a folk album through and through, it's had some massive hits on it. Like, again, I said it before, but it's so funny that an artist like Adrian Lenker has churned out this many TikTok hits. It's crazy, but it speaks to how potent her writing is, that so many people can latch onto it, even though on a platform like TikTok, that's not the typical music you're hearing. Like, yeah, Adrian Lenker is just incredible, so definitely deserves that. Best Original Roots Album, 25, Back to My Roots, live at 2024 New Orleans Jazz and Heritage. Is that in there twice, or is that... Oh no, so it's the same album title, but it's two different groups that were live at the 2024 New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. Okay. Q&E, I don't know. That sounds like QAnon. Stories from the Battlefield, The Rumble. I don't know any of that. But to all my roots heads out there, you tell me which one of those is the best. Oh, this is interesting. The gospel and contemporary Christian music. This is another like large category that everyone that makes these videos skips, but I have worked a good bit in the Christian music industry, and I know most of these artists probably, and I probably know one or two of these artists personally. So let's see what's in here. Best Gospel Performance Song, Church Doors, Yolanda Adams, all those people. Yesterday, Melvin Crispell. Hold On Live, Ricky Dillard. Holy Hands, DOE. One Hallelujah, Tasha Cobbs Lenners and Erica Campbell and Israel Houghton. Okay. Without getting into too much detail, I knew Tasha Cobbs Leonard personally at one point. Her and her husband, Kenneth Leonard here. I knew both of them. Never met Israel Houghton, but I know people close to him. I shot an Erica Campbell show before, so I guess by proxy I have to pull for all these people because I know some of these people, and they were nice to me. I don't know them too personally, but they were cool. Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance Song, Holy Forever Live, Bethel Music. Praise, Elevation Worship featuring Brandon Lake, Chris Brown, Chandler Moore. This is fun if you didn't know, but Christian music has their own Chris Brown, just another dude that's straight up named Chris Brown. Sounds nothing like him. But Firm Foundation, Honor and Glory featuring Disciple. In the Name of Jesus, Jaywalkers in Maverick City. Jaywalkers is such a funny name. In the Room, Maverick City Music. That's My King, CC Winans. Okay. My friend and Christian comedian Shama Mrema is currently in the midst of a beef with Maverick City Music, so oh man. But CC Winans, she is a legend, and for a reason. So I haven't heard that particular song, but I'm assuming it's great and deserves the win. And I really couldn't give a shit about Elevation or Bethel. Like, I shouldn't be saying that, but whatever. Best Gospel Album, Covered Volume 1, Melvin Crispell. Choir Master 2 Live, Ricky Dillard. Father's Day, Kirk Franklin. Still Karen, Karen Clark Sheard. More Than This, Susie Winans. Still Karen, that's a really funny title to do, like, post 2019. But okay. Kirk Franklin consistently puts out bangers and hits, and Kirk Franklin is the type of dude you don't even have to be into Christian music, and you could hear he's a great like gateway gospel artist. Like, he makes gospel music really accessible. But did I listen to that album? I might have, I forget, but I would never be mad at a Kirk Franklin win, but he's won so much, I think I would pull for CC here. Best Contemporary Christian Music Album, Heart of a Human Doe, When Wind Meets Fire, Elevation Worship. Child of God Forrest Frank made it here. That's kind of cool. He's one of those artists that doesn't like 100% consider himself a Christian artist and just kind of makes banger music, but also, like, we all know he's a Christian artist. Coat of Many Colors, Brandon Lake, The Maverick Way, Complete. Again, the squad is beefing with Maverick City Music right now. I've never cared for this Brandon Lake guy. Never. I know people that have worked at Elevation. See, I don't fuck with them. Child of God, Forrest Frank. That's what I'm pulling for. Forrest Frank, you know, he's in the grand scheme of music, he's a white rapper that makes some kind of good songs. I think he's a rapper. Yeah, he's a rapper, or just a kind of. He did a song with Connor Price. That is a good. That's the type of music he makes. He makes that Connor Price type of music. I wouldn't want that to win like best rap album or best album, but down here in the Christian music category, that's solid music. Forrest Frank, he's doing his thing. Best Roots Gospel Album, The Gospel Sessions Volume 2, The Gospel According to Mark, Rap City, Church, Loving You. I haven't heard any of that, but honestly, dude, the Roots Gospel stuff, that's some good sounding stuff. So I might have to listen to one or two of these. All right, we're in the Latin stuff. Best Latin Pop Album. I don't want to disrespect the beautiful Spanish language by trying to say too much of this stuff, but I'll attempt it. I took like 3 years of Spanish in college, 2 in high school. They were completely useless, but maybe I could work my way through the pronunciation. Funk Generation, El Viaje, I know the J's are silent, Garcia, La Muerjes Ya No Loran, and the Caliuchis album. I think the Caliuchis album is probably the best, but Louise and Shakira make good music. Everyone here, I've heard at least one thing from. I don't want to comment too much on Spanish music because I know it's his own thing and I don't listen to too much of it. But out of what I've heard personally, Caliuchis. Best Musicana Urbana album, we got Bad Bunny, J Balvin, Feed, yeah. Residente and Young Miko. Bad Bunny is probably the shoe-in just because he's the most popular, and that's typically how the Grammys work. I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff in there. Best Latin Rock or Alternative Album. Yeah, you gotta read that. And again, I don't have opinions on that. Best Musicana Mexican Album, including Tejano. It's all that stuff. I will say, I have listened to quite a few Peso Pluma songs this year, and he's great. He's great. So I would pull for that. Best Tropical Latin Album. I don't know what separates tropical Latin. I don't know. But Mark Anthony, Shilai, that person. Cool. Best Global Music Performance. That first one. Oh, we got a Jacob Collier song, which it does feel like Jacob Collier was low-key setting himself up to get one of these Grammys, just with all the... Look, I'll say this, like, it's cool that Jacob Collier pulls artists from so many different backgrounds and cultures into his music. I don't necessarily like how it all comes together, but I could foresee it that since he got an Album of the Year nomination, that something else of his will probably secure a win. But without having heard any of this other stuff, I can safely assume that there is probably some better global music from the people that actually just straight up that make that music, and it isn't just like this composer making this weird experiment to show off how many different musical styles and stuff he could play with, and like, isn't music so cool? Like, no, some of these people are just like straight up speaking from the soul. There's a song called Sunlight to My Soul. I'm sure that's a banger. It's got this gospel choir on it. But yeah, Jacob Collier will probably win. Best African Music Performance, Tomorrow, MMS, Sensational, Higher, Love Me JG by Tim's. Oh, we got WizKid in here. Oh, okay. I know some of this stuff. But yeah, out of all these, Burna Boy, I really like Burna Boy. And a lot of people like Tim's. I don't quite see it, but I'm willing to concede that I don't usually listen to music like Tim's, but I like Burna Boy. Best Global Music Album. All those. I'm not gonna disrespect the first one by trying to say that. You know, I'm not researching. You guys could tell. I'm just going straight off the cuff with this one. No preparation. I'm drinking my coffee here on camera. This isn't a late show. I didn't have time to Google these. Best Reggae Album. Take It Easy. Party With Me. Never Gets Late Here. Bob Marley, One Love. Music inspired from the film Evolution. I could picture that it's a reggae category and there's something with the Bob Marley name on it. They're going to give it to that. But again, I'm sure one of these other albums is better. Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album. Break of Dawn. Treveni. Visions of Sound Deluxe. Chris Redding. Opus. Chapter 2. How Dark It Is Before Dawn. Warriors of Light. Haven't heard any of that. I will say I stopped doing it because I got busy, but I was prepping a video for this channel about ambient music. So I actually did start listening to ambient music this year, and I'm happy to report it is really cool. It's cool to get into ambient music. So maybe by this time next year, I'll know who all these artists are. All right, had to cut and re-roll there, but we're getting into the children's and comedy and the audiovisual music and film and all the fun, interesting categories that everyone else wants to skip. So, Best Children's Music Album, Brillo Brillo, Lucky Diaz and the Family Band, Crescendo, My Favorite Dream, John Legend, Solid Rock Revival, Rock for Children, Worldwide Playdate. So I'll say right off the bat, the John Legend album is going to win. I haven't heard all of this yet, but it is a children's music album that was produced by Sufjan Stevens, or maybe co-written by him, or I know Sufjan was like front to back involved in this project. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Sufjan is still like kind of, you know, offline for health reasons. I didn't hear him talk a lot about this. Not that he talks a lot about any of his music, but it was really unexpected that this came out. But the song I heard was interesting. It's cool that happened, at least. So yeah, that'll probably win that, which John Legend, how many Grammys does he have at this point? I feel like he's just doing side quests right now. Like, we'll probably see him do a roots gospel album next year. Actually, he did that song with Lecrae. He is kind of dipping his toes in the Christian music. Best Comedy Album: Armageddon, Ricky Gervais, The Dreamer, Dave Chappelle, Prisoner, Jim Gaffigan, Someday You'll Die, Nikki Glaser, Where Was I, not Chapel Row, Trevor Noah. So instantly, Nightmare Blood Rotation right here. I like Jim Gaffigan the best out of all of these. I like what Jim Gaffigan does. Nikki Glaser isn't bad either. I will do terrible things if Dave Chappelle or Ricky Gervais wins here. Dude, I used to love Ricky Gervais too. His early stuff is properly good. It's yeah. Pulling Jim Gaffigan. Trevor Noah, I don't think is that funny. I respect him as a human being and what he stands for. I've seen Trevor Noah live though. I still am not. Yeah. Best audiobook, narration, and storytelling recording: All You Need Is Love, The Beatles in Their Own Worlds. There's the winner right there, because the Beatles are in it. And Your Ass Will Follow by George Clinton. Or not. Wait, yeah, it is George Clinton. Behind the Seams, My Life in Rhinestones, Dolly Parton. The Last Sundays in Plains, A Centennial Celebration by Jimmy Carter. My Name is Barbara. Okay, so this is interesting. Because normally anything that has the Beatles in it would win. And that still could be the case here. But we do that Dolly Parton. People love Dolly Parton. And Jimmy Carter having a celebration storytelling recording or whatever in here. How much like everyone respects him. Like as a president and a human being. It feels so rare for a person like that to exist. And I think everyone misses someone like Jimmy Carter existing. So I think this could win because of that. It definitely like it gives us nostalgia for a time when American politics or just America as a country felt more hopeful. Oh man. Okay. Best compilation soundtrack for visual media: The Color Purple, Deadpool and Wolverine, Maestro, music by Leonard Bernstein. Oh, so we got the Leonard Bernstein album, the movie that came out last year. That was like December last year, so it's in here. Saltburn soundtrack, the Twister soundtrack. Yes, we're going. Oh, shit. We're going Twisters. We're going. I got so excited. I almost busted this classic Kendrick Lamar album. I'm struggling over here. I'm struggling. This is what happens when I drink coffee late at night, but I freaking love the Twister soundtrack. It is a great sampler of the current state of country music in all its different forms. The kind of country I naturally gravitate to. It's got some great showings of, and some great showings of like me getting to try out some of the country I typically don't listen to. Love the Twister soundtrack. I will shoot someone if Deadpool and Wolverine wins. Not really. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. Saltburn, there's that really famous moment with that one song. I hope that isn't all it takes to win a Grammy for this, but dude, there has been so little love for Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, which is probably like the best country single by someone that's an actual country artist, or has been a country artist their whole career. Not throwing shade at anyone. Twisters, I'm pulling for that. Best score soundtrack for visual media: American Fiction, Challengers, The Color Purple, Dune Part 2, and Shogun. Okay, so I do have opinions on this because I am a filmmaker by trade and by passion. I mean, a lot of films I enjoy making and don't get paid for. I will say, I feel like my favorite score that fits the Grammys cutoff was the Godzilla -1 score. That was incredible. I'm sad this isn't on here. I think, okay. Typically with stuff like this, you're going for the hit makers, you're going for the John Williams, the Hans Zimmer, or it's just like whichever movie had the most noticeable music is kind of what wins. And Challengers definitely has that one bit of music that really stands out in the movie if you watch it. So that could pull it. I will say I found that little lick of music annoying, and I was on the verge of ruining Challengers the movie for me. But other people love it, so I must be in the wrong there. But out of all these, I do like the Dune Part 2 soundtrack the best. Even though, it is Hans Zimmer, and he just kind of wins everything. I legitimately like this score the most. The American Fiction, though, is underrated. It's not the type of music that typically wins awards, so it's cool to at least see it get a nod. Best score soundtrack for video games and other interactive media: Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, God of War Ragnarok, Valhalla, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Outlaws, Wizardry. Is that part of the Harry Potter thing or something else? I don't know. I'm not a gamer, but I feel like you kind of assume, since these are all franchises, roughly what the music sounds like. And if I'm just making assumptions, I would guess that Avatar is probably the most creative. But low-key, God of War, I feel like that's got to have some just like epic music to it. So again, I shouldn't have an opinion on things I haven't heard, but best song written for visual media: Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, Just the Whistle of a Long Black Train. There it is. Better Place from Trolls. Oh, that's the NSYNC reunion. The NSYNC reunion is in here. Can't Catch Me Now for Hunger Games, Olivia Rodrigo. It Never Went Away from American Symphony, John Baptiste. Love Will Survive from The Tattooist of Auschwitz. That's Barbara Streisand. Okay, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. It needs it. It needs it. The world needs this win. I will punch someone if the NSYNC lackluster. Oh, okay, I shouldn't say that. I wasn't like that attached to NSYNC to begin with, but it's nostalgia bait. It's nostalgia bait. It's trying to get these kids, like 90s parents, into the, parents that grew up in the 1990s. It's trying to get them to drag their kids to the freaking Troll movie. That's all that exists for. Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. That's a song. That's a song. Best music video. Okay, I do have opinions on this. I am where I am now because of music video. No lie, I love music videos too. Taylor Swift by A$AP Rocky. Okay, incredible video. Incredible video. Might be one of the best I've seen all year. And this was made forever ago. And a lot of music videos used to shoot in the Ukraine for tax break purposes, and this was one of them. So it's actually, this video has existed for a while, and it just finally came out. And you could just tell like how much work went into that. Some insane creatives behind the Taylor Swift video. 360 Charlie, that's cool. I like the Von Dutch video better than the 360 video, but I could see why that's here. Houdini Eminem, it's flashy, it's got a lot of cameos, it harkens back to the original Eminem. I feel like it does stand out. It succeeds at standing out. It became a cultural moment, but it is like, it's borrowing too much from stuff that already exists. It's a little bit nostalgia bait. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Taylor Swift, Fortnite. Not Like Us, I feel like is going to win, and I do think it kind of deserves to win. Like there's so much went into the art direction of that, and just all the setups and the different sets, and there's all the like little hidden messages in there, and it's attached to such a big cultural moment, and it does a good job of like channeling and symbolizing just kind of the utter end and destruction. Like there were no questions about who won the Kendrick Drake beef like after this video dropped. So that's impressive. Fortnite, again, it's got like all the Taylor Swiftness, and I do, Taylor Swiftness being like their hidden messages for the fans and everything, which I wouldn't pick up on, but other people do, and it's cool for them. I really like the look of that video, honestly. It's a really great video, but out of all these, I feel like Not Like Us probably will win, and if it does win, it was deserved. But I think the A$AP Rocky video is technically the best video, and if you haven't seen it, watch it, and you'll probably agree. But yeah, Not Like Us, it's a banger too. Best in Music, Film, American Symphony, John Baptiste. I already know this is going to win. People say this is great. I haven't seen it, but it's already gotten a lot of buzz. June Carter Cash. Ooh, I didn't know that came out. I need to watch that. Kings from Queens, Run D. Oh, I also want to watch that. I haven't seen that. Stevie Van Zandt, Disciple, and The Greatest Night in Pop. Ooh, I have heard people love The Greatest Night in Pop. It's about the We Are the World song and how that came together. John Baptiste might have some competition here, because from what I've heard, it's a really interesting story, and the documentary does a great job of capturing it. I think American Symphony might still win. It's a more personal story, and people do say it's great. I need to watch everything in this category. Everything here looks really good. See, this is why you gotta look at all the categories. There's so much great music and material out there that you might have not heard of because there's so much other stuff. Here we are. Best recording package. I love looking at the package design. Grammys. There have been so many cool nominations. I think Zach Fox won. if I'm not mistaken. He at least was nominated. Zach Fox is at least a Grammy nominated person because of the package design category. He did the package design for Thundercats album. Last year, the Gravity Falls soundtrack re-release got a package design Grammy, and it freaking deserved it. Yeah, you look at that design, you will be impressed. It looks great macro, and then there are all these little details and characters hidden in them. I'm geeking out over that. I think Father John Misty got nominated for pure comedy, and that has a crazy album cover package design. Again, you gotta keep up with the package designers. They're doing cool shit out here. But we got the Avett Brothers, Baker Hotel, William Clark Green, Brat Charlie XCX is here, F1 Trillion, Post Malone, Hounds of Love and Bakersville Edition, Kate Bush, Jug Band Millionaire, Pregnancy Breakdown and Disease by Okay. So, I haven't like Googled anything, but I wanna like dive into these. So right off the bat, there's no category for best album cover. So that does kind of get looped into package design. But the thing with package design is there's so many things that people do, like for the vinyl releases, when you open it up, what's inside, what's printed on the records, inside the sleeves. And there's a lot of really cool design work that you would never see if you didn't buy a physical release. So, but Brat, really iconic album cover. And I watched this video essay, and someone made a really good point that the cover of Brat does an incredible job of telling you exactly what the music is, because there's that bright, bold green color, similar to how Brat is like in your face club music, and it's just in your face. I am who I am, and I'm proud of that, and I'm gonna make that everyone's problem. I'm gonna be really brash and open about myself. But then also, like, Brat deals with kind of coming to terms with your insecurities and your flaws in a way. So there's just the lowercase, almost lazy text, and it's a little pixelated and blurred. So it's like brash in your face, but also imperfections. So amazing design. And then there's really cool stuff in the vinyl. I saw someone unbox the vinyl, and there's like office paper that the track list is printed on, a lot of cool stuff. F1 Trillion also has a cool cover, just with that truck put sideways. But let's Google what this Avett Brothers thing looks like. Avett Brothers album design. Oh, we got a video here. This is on like an arts website. Oh, so there's that. Oh wow, we got a whole thing here. Yo, see, none of y'all look at the package designers, but look at how cool this shit is. I don't know what that means, but that logo looks cool. Yo. Oh my god. Yeah, look at all that. That's really cool. Let's see what Baker Hotel looks like. Assuming we're looking at the vinyl. Ooh, okay. That is a cool... Wait, is that... Yo! That's a straight up board game! They made this record into a board game! Wow! Yo! Oh, that's awesome! I haven't heard any of this music. I might have to cop this. It is $150 and sold out, but yo, that's cool. Y'all are sleeping on package designers. Okay. Hounds of Love Bakersville Edition. Oh, we got a whole 7-minute unboxing video. I'm not gonna watch that. Y'all could watch that, but let's see if we got a... Wow, look at that. Look at that painting. That's cool. Okay, let's play a little bit of this video. Wait, does it come? Oh wow, it comes like all wrapped like that. Okay, I'm gonna skip through you opening this. Okay, you get a big book. All All right. I don't really want to hear this kid talk. I want to see you open it up. Oh wow, wait, what was that? I hope this is riveting content to y'all. I'm not gonna have a lot of time to cut a whole lot of this. Hold on. Yo, okay, that is a solar panel that powers an LED light. And wow. Whoa, that's crazy. I've never seen, dude, a vinyl with a solar panel in it. That's wild. Wow, 138 pounds. Dude, the artwork in there, really cool too. Jug Band Millionaire. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, it's on Bandcamp. Oh, is that a little book? Oh, wow. Okay. You get the sheet music. That cool design. Whoa. Y'all are sleeping on package designers. Damn. Okay. And then finally, pregnancy breakdown and disease. Again, okay. Since this is by I Woo Woo, and I've never heard of that shit, and I don't think anyone else has. That means that this package is about to be a walking banger. Oh, okay. I can't believe I just searched pregnancy breakdown and disease, and I'm getting like WebMD. Let me put the artist name in here. Okay, but this is digital music. I want the... Is there a vinyl? Okay. I don't have time to go searching for this, but I'm sure that's cool too. I think I gotta give it to the board game. The Baker Hotel is crazy. That is awesome. A whole board game on your vinyl record. That's cool. But I would also like to see it go to Brat. I mean, Brat just has like very few gimmicks. Like there is like fun, unique stuff in the package, but also just the cover itself. Iconic, and the designers deserve some recognition for that. So either of the two. Best box or limited edition package. Ooh, okay. I don't think I'll take the time to Google all these. I know the In Utero is cool, but also we got the Kate Bush here again. So I'm gonna assume that we could just, let's say that the Kate Bush is really cool just because of that solar panel thing. That's crazy. Best album notes after midnight, Carnegie Hall concert, Centennial, John Coleshaw, Soundtrack original De La Peculia. Okay, I have not read any of these notes, but I'm sure there's something niche and really cool similar to the package design, so maybe I'll look them up later. Best historical album, Centennial, Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe Edition, Paul Robinson, yeah, Pepito y Paquito, The Sound of Music original Soundcast recording. Okay, I mean, people are probably going to give it to Sound of Music just because it's that. Best engineered album, non-classical. Okay, the engineer stuff is usually pretty cool. Algorithm, Cyan Blue, Charlotte Day Wilson. Oh, that Lucky Day album. Deeper Well, Casey Musgraves. Empathogen, Willow. I.O. Peter Gabriel. Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. So I think Sabrina Carpenter will get this, and I mean, you know, it's the pop album with the entire industry behind it, so it's obviously going to have some good engineering to it. I think it's cool that the Willow album is here. It's not really my thing, but it is like unique, at least. I probably, like, personally, my taste tends more toward Lucky Day and Casey Musgraves, but, you know, I think Sabrina Carpenter will get it, and the engineers probably do deserve that. Best engineered album, classical, Adams, Girls of the Golden West, Andres, The Blind Bannister, Bruckner Symphony No. 7, Clear Voices in the Dark, and Ortiz Revolution, yeah, I haven't heard any of those. Producer of the Year, classical, Erica Brenner, Christopher Franke, Morten Lindberg, Dimitri Lipsy, Elaine Martone, Dirk Sobotka. Yeah, haven't heard any of those, but shout out to classical music. Shout out to people still doing that. Immersive audio album, Avalon, Genius Loves Company, Henning Samara, Borders, I.O., the Peter Gabriel album, and PAX. Best Instrumental Composition, Atlas, Communion. I swear I really wanted to make a rap album, but this is literally the way of, okay, this is a song off the Andre 3000. And I feel like they just picked the song on the album with the best title. They didn't even think about the music. They're like, this one has the coolest title. We're putting that in here. Remembrance and Strands. Andre 3000 will probably win. I do like that song specifically, but again, I might just remember it more because it has the best title. There's one other title that I'll butcher, and it's probably not YouTube friendly anyway, but Best Arrangement, Instrumental or Acapella, Baby Elephant Walk Encore, Snarky Puppy, that's a cool name. Bridge Over Troubled Water. Oh, we got Jacob Collier with John Legend and Tori Kelly. I will say, I feel like that is the most bearable song on the Jacob Collier album, because I do like Tori Kelly. Rhapsody in Blue, Grass in parentheses, Rose Without Thorns, and Silent Night. Yeah, cool stuff there. Best Arrangement, Instruments, and Vocals, Alma, Always Come Back, John Legend, Big Feelings, Willow. Oh, that Alma was, yeah, I don't know how to say his name. Last Surprise from Persona 5, The 8-Bit Band, and The Sound of Silence, Cody Fry and Sleeping at Last. I'm trying to remember what the Willow song sounds like. I only listened to the album once, but again, our boy John Legend is showing up in these niche categories, doing his side quests, probably trying to scoop up more Grammys, and he'll probably succeed. We got Classical, Best Orchestral Performance. I think we're nearing the end here. Let's speed run through these. Let's get this done. Shout out if you're still watching this. Adam, City Noir, Fearful Symmetries, and Lola Montez does the... That's a crazy title. I like that off the title alone. Adam, City Noir, Fearful Symmetries, and Lola Montez does the Spider Dance. That's a banger of a title. We need pop albums that have titles like that. Like, we had the era where Fall Out Boy did the really long titles. We need to bring that back. Cause again, it's the title that asks questions and has me curious. Like, what is the Spider Dance? Is Lola Montez good at the Spider Dance? Why are the symmetries fearful? And all this in the setting of a noir city? So many questions. What even does Adams have to do with any of this? I'm gonna listen to this album. Yeah, all those albums. You could read them. I'm not gonna butcher those. Best Opera Recording, Adams, Girls on the Golden West, Catan, Florencia in das Amazonas, Moravec, The Shining, Puts the Hours. That. Again, banger titles all around. Best Choral Performance, Clear Voices in the Dark, A Dream So Bright, choral music of Jake Runstead, Handel, Israel, and Egypt. Okre, Shenin Act, again, not trying to disrespect anyone's language here. Again, though, without fail, everything in this category has a cool title. Maybe it's an Andre 3000 effect. Maybe a lot of these people aren't even listening to classical music. They're just like, okay, what has the cool title? I'm sure that's good. We'll throw that in there. Adams, JL, Waves and Particles, Beethoven for 3, Symphony 4, and OP7, Archduke, Cerrone, Beaufort Scales, Home, Rectangles and Circumstances. That was Best Chamber Music Performance. Best Classical Instrumental Solo, Akio Longing, Bach, Goldberg Variations, Eastman, The Holy Presence of Joan d'Arc, Intourer, Perry, Concertero for Violin and Orchestra. Cool ass titles. Best Classical Solo Vocal Album, Beyond the Years, Unpublished Songs of Florence Prince, A Change Is Gonna Come. Is that Sam Cooke? Is that who sang that? I don't know. Newman, Bespoke Song, Show Me the Way, Wagner, Wesson Dunk later. Cool. I would, you know what they should do? Just to check to see if anyone's looking, they should put Lydia Tarr in one of these. You should put Lydia Tarr in one of these, just see if anyone notices. Because again, I swear, I'm probably the only YouTuber that's looking at these categories, other than maybe some like niche classical nerds. Akio, Belonging, American Counterparts, Foss Symphony No. 1, Renaissance Concertero 3, American Pieces, Ode. Long title there. Mythologies 2, Ortiz, Revolution, Diamantia. That's Best Classical. Compendium. I have no idea what a compendium is, but yeah, that description doesn't tell me anything. Best Contemporary Classical Composition. This is the last category. We've made it to the end. We've exhaustively looked at every single Grammy nomination. Best Contemporary Classical Composition. Casa Rubio 7 for solo cello, Coleman Revelry, laying composition as explanation, cool title, Ortiz Revolution, Diamantia, Tina, okay, I feel like I can't even like see the words right. Do I need glasses? Fuck, I hope I don't need glasses. Sahahiro Adriana Mater. And that's it. Those are all the Grammy nominations in all the categories for the 2025 Grammys. And overall, we've been in the niche categories for so long. I feel like I've forgotten all my takes about the like overall categories. But yeah, you know, the Grammys are the Grammys. Usually it's the most popular stuff that gets nominated and wins, but popularity doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't good, and there's a lot of popular music this year that was really good. I'm really pulling for a bunch of Kendrick wins, a bunch of Not Like Us wins, a bunch of Charlie wins, hopefully some Billy wins in there too. Hopefully Ain't No Love from Oklahoma gets some love on that Twister soundtrack, and Tasha Leonard Cobbs. I'm sure you guys aren't watching this, but working with you two was fun for that while we worked together, so I hope you guys get a little trophy for that. So yeah, those are all the Grammy categorization, nomination winner, whatever. It is too late. This took a lot longer than I thought it would take, so I'm a peace out. Thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe to this channel for more music news. I'll cover the Grammy wins probably, and we'll see who wins. Thanks for watching.